from the Huntington Bank Studio, this is Colts 360.
You like that? You like that?
Baby, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
3-0 preseason.
So, that's the finale. 3-0. 3-0. By the end of the regular season, right?
Let's go.
Let's go. Hey, guys. Hey, guys. Hey, guys. We came here. We got another dub. We got the dub.
Hey guys, last preseason game, you know we about to come hard on week 1.
That's undefeated. Preseason.
Colts 360 has returned in anticipation of the regular season. And if that Colts cam you just saw is any indication, this team is ready to kick things off in 2021. After those 3 preseason victories and a full month of training camp, it was full of highlights, and you can see those right here.
I just need some better music, man. Let's go.
Just put your track shoes on and run, okay?
Let's go, baby.
Lock in.
Just have some juice, baby. A little bit.
Okay, just a little bit. All right. All right.
Yes, sir. All day. I can't wait to hit somebody.
Runner!
Big time! You know, that's my game right there. No! Keep finishing! Finish him!
There's magic in the hat with you. You get a speeding ticket. You get speeding tickets out?
Let's go, baby!
We got everything, man. Hey.
Is that Marlon, man? Woo-hoo!
It's about growing in our schemes, you know, and what we do and how to put the players in the best position.
Coming up, one-on-one with Coach Reich on the development he saw in camp and a new level of focus headed into 2021. Next on Colts 360.
This message is brought to you by Meijer, official supercenter of the Indianapolis Colts and proud sponsors of hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest.
Those finishing touches put on Lucas Oil Stadium ahead of the 2021 regular season. Joining me now, head coach Frank Reich. And coach, having a chance to look back at the full month of work, Grand Park, training camp, those 3 preseason games, what did you see from a progress perspective? What did you really like that your guys improved upon in that month?
It was a fantastic month. I mean, so much juice at camp. You could just feel the energy. Coming from a lot of things, coming from knowing we got the right roster, first of all. You know, Chris and his staff have done a great job of building this roster, the right kind of player, very talented players. So, but then more specifically football-wise, you know, it's about growing in our schemes, you know, and what we do and how to put the players in the best position. And so you work through those schemes, you kind of perfect where you want to get to, you work out the kinks, you tweak a few things. all in preparation for week 1. And so I feel like we were able to accomplish that in training camp.
And it is interesting in 2021 because of the 3 preseason games, you kind of had this week in between, almost a buffer before you do begin the regular season. How did you strike a balance between cleaning up the things that you saw from the preseason, letting guys get some rest, get healthy, heal up, but then also getting a jump start on that opener against Seattle?
I feel like it's gone really well, and that's because the players kind of came into this week focused. Like you said, a different kind of a week, but we really came in with a clear objective about what we wanted to do. We knew it was a difficult week because, you know, you're making roster cuts, and that's always really hard. And so, but really felt like the players have come in focused. We tie up some things. We start tweaking a few things for Seattle, just getting an introduction to that and get ready to go for next week.
Preseason is always an important opportunity, in particular for your rookies. I want to look at your first-round pick in particular. How impressive was Kwity Paye, even in just the limited time he saw in those games?
Very impressive, as you said, Lara. Limited time, but he wasted no time in making an impact. You could see it on the practice field as well. He got a presence about him. You just you know, it's a long season. You know, I'm sure. I hope he continues to have as many sacks for the number of plays that he plays. That would be a good thing for us. But very excited about Kwity. He just has this maturity about him that you just feel like he's not too caught up in the moment. I'm here to do business. I'm here to contribute to this team. So very excited about him.
One of the things when I talked to him after the game in Detroit is he said he's really learning to trust himself a lot more, and it seemed like that was a really mature step. That's really a point where you can see a guy make a big leap when he does learn to rely on his instincts at a position at which he is.
No doubt. And this game is a lot about confidence. And you know, where does that confidence come from? It comes from in trusting your abilities, trusting what you've been taught, trusting what you know instinctively is the right thing. And I think Kwity's done a nice job with that.
How important was it? How beneficial was it as well, even for second-year guys who did not get a preseason last year? Guys like Michael Pittman Jr., Julian Blackmon, Isaiah Rodgers, and the time that they were able to get in.
Yeah, it's been really valuable. Those, excuse me, those preseason games were really good work. I mean, you know how seriously and how into practice we are, but there's something about game reps that just is a step above. And so I think our guys approach that, especially, as you said, Larry, those younger guys, those second and third year guys, particularly the second year guys who didn't get that last year. So good for them, and I think we're a step closer because of that.
With having so many of your guys returning from 2020, the success that you guys had last year, a lot of great continuity, how locked in are these guys? How much can that carry over and be a benefit in starting the season really strong, starting out fast?
Yeah, you can feel it. I mean, you can feel the locked in, the word you used, like the focus, right? You can just feel it, like when the guy's stepping out on the practice field with a purpose. That's been evident from day one. I think they're working very hard. I think the expectations are very high. I think the best way to manage those expectations are to immerse ourselves in the process every day, you know, and finding the little details every day to get better. I think that's what will get us, you know, put us in the best position to have success during the season.
Two guys who were very locked in over the course of the preseason, over the course of training camp, Marlon Mack and Paris Campbell. How important was it for each of those guys? What strides have they made from a confidence standpoint coming off the injuries that they both suffered in 2020?
Yeah, that's a big deal. I mean, coming off the injuries that they're coming off of. And the good news is for both of them, they crossed every hurdle with flying and came kind of through the finish line like they're ready to go. It was important to get Marlon some carries in games. We didn't get him a ton, but we got him enough. And then Paris, you know, was able to make some, you know, plays and a couple big plays in a preseason game. And then most importantly, it's just, you know, being back on the practice field day in and day out and learning to, you know, trust that you're 100% healed and that you feel good and ready to go.
You always emphasize collaboration within your offense. You have a new offensive coordinator in Marcus Brady as he's elevated from quarterbacks coach. So a new quarterbacks coach in Scott Milanovic. What dynamic did you guys create over the course of camp in the preseason? In particular, working with 4 different quarterbacks who bring in different skill sets, different strengths into that room.
Yeah, I love the dynamic we have in there. You know, it's interesting, and most people probably don't know this, but Scott and Marcus, you know, have worked together before. Scott's coached Marcus, and they've worked together. So there's an instant chemistry there. Scott has a lot of years of coaching quarterbacks and is very good. Marcus, of course, has proven himself here as a great offensive mind and has the respect of our players and our quarterbacks. So I think it's been a great dynamic. And the camaraderie, you know, because you get in that quarterback room and you get in the offensive room and it just has to feel right. And I think we got that right dynamic.
Speaking of quarterbacks, Jacob Eason talked a lot about how he watched Phillip Rivers' film. That quick release in particular took a lot of the things that he shared in the quarterback room with him last season, tried to implement those into his game. Phillip got his first career coaching victory just last week. Have you had a chance to talk with Phillip yet about his transition into coaching, in particular getting that first big victory?
I've had numerous conversations with him about coaching, and I have not spoken with him since the big first win. I did send him a text just to congratulate him. It's been a busy week here, but you know, Phillip just, you know, he won all of our hearts and souls, right? Yeah. I mean, the guy is just, so really fun for him to see this transition for him. He did let me know that you know, that it was every bit as fun as he was hoping and thought it would be. You know, that experience with the kids, with those high school kids, getting them ready, winning a game, just that process has been a lot of fun for him.
To that first preseason game when you hosted Carolina, the crowd was really into it. It was so fun. You could certainly feel the energy that is building. What excites you most to be able to welcome Lucas Oil Stadium to capacity week 1, playing the Seattle Seahawks?
Yeah, I'm excited, and our players are extremely excited. They felt it, as you said, in that game against Carolina. I mean, it was crazy that, you know, our crowd was so into it. It forced a couple illegal procedure penalties against the Panthers. To open up at home is a big deal. Our players will feed off the enthusiasm. I'm sure there will be some give and take between our players and the fans, and looking forward to that moment.
We are very much looking forward to it as well. Coach, thank you so much for the time.
Thanks, Larry.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yes, sir. Ball me, Blazer. Slight breeze today, huh? Gang, gang.
Oh, look at that strike! Ah! Ooh, throwing dead center. Center man.
Dead on. Oh my goodness.
Come on, let's get the GoPro. Hey, drop the hole. Ball.
Dude.
I got a new technique. Step up, step up, step up. Good shot.
Sorry. Nice catch, Jamie. Looking pretty athletic today, huh? Yes, sir. Oh, good stuff.
We got to take advantage of the opportunity, and that opportunity is including the fans, and we want the fans to be right there with us each step of the way, whether it's on the road or at home. We want to take advantage of each first down, second down, third down, that the defense is on the field. We want you to be loud.
You heard him, Kenny Moore II, commanding the crowd at Lucas Oil to bring the juice this regular season. How he's setting his goals in 2021 and what's bonding this team together. Next on Colts 360.
We want everybody to know what we already know, that you're the best slot corner in the league. Right? We gotta let everybody else know what we already know.
What up, Coach? Oh, you need a break now. LeBron ain't need no break. Woo! Sun saturated, ain't it? You got 3. You downward dog with it? Upside down dog with it. You cat dog with it. Right side! Right side! I'm a baseball player.
We're gonna be the best slot group in the league, man. No doubt.
Yes, sir. Let's work today.
Let's work, man. Dominate. Dominate on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Dominate. Go route, boy. Hey, whenever you line up on 14, you better get some. He the only one over there that's gonna get that. Go get it, go get it. Hey, trust issues, nah. I ain't trusting you no more.
What you mean?
I ain't trusting you no more.
You ain't trusting me?
Cause they the only one, you the only one that get that too. They ain't giving the other stuff to nobody else. So whenever I see you, hey, you a gadget guy. It's magic in the hat with you.
Let's go.
I can really play receiver though. Like if I did that every day. Yeah, 13 in, 13 in.
Let's go.
I like that. I like that.
You just heard him mic'd up in training camp at Grand Park, and now he joins me in the studio, the always dynamic lightning in a bottle, Kenny Moore II. Kenny, appreciate your joining us. We have this week in between preseason and the regular season beginning. Although, of course, that 3-0 record from the preseason doesn't directly impact your goals in the regular season, what can you carry over from an energy standpoint, an excitement standpoint into week one when we open things up against the Seattle Seahawks?
I think for the most part for this team, we don't want to be too high, too low. We just want to come in just right for week one and into this 2021 season. But we got a lot of cleaning up to do from the mistakes and miscues from the preseason. But it's good to go 3-0, and we want to, carry that over in the season, like you said.
How much did you treat this week cleaning things up, the things that you saw when you look back at the film from the preseason, but then also trying to get a jump start on that week one opener?
I like this week a lot because you're able to get away from training camp, first of all, and then you're able to take a step back from training camp and just really dissect the plays instead of just doing installs and going out to practice and seeing what we could do and testing things out. But, this week we just want to take it slow in meetings, look at each play clearly, and then go out to walk through, go out to practice and really clean it up like we're supposed to. So it's no rush on anything right now. We just want to, take it slow, like I said.
And one of the advantages that you guys have as a defense is there is a lot of continuity, a lot of carryover from last year and what you guys did. I know one of the things that you mentioned, an emphasis this offseason, was you felt like guys needed to spend more time together outside of the building, outside of just being in practice, being in the meeting rooms together. Were you able to get some of that accomplished? How much were you guys able to do outside the building?
Yeah, we actually were able to hang out quite a few times this offseason. It wasn't as great as we would want it to be, with protocols and, guys being away here and there. But we did get some things accomplished. And then coming back in the building, away from training camp, we were able to hang out as linebackers. I'm a part of the linebackers. ZP is a part of the linebackers, the group, and how we hang out off the field. So it's not just a collective position. It's guys that genuinely like each other and, just appreciate each other. So whenever we're on the field competing, we want to get better, but off the field, we want to, dive into each other's lives.
How much do you feed off of one another in those situations where you do get to spend time out of the building and maybe pick up on the things that you have in other position groups that they do well, like the linebackers? That's that, very high energy, kind of ferocious linebacking contingent. And then you have Zach and the wide receivers, super high energy, big dynamic group that they have as well.
We just want to come together as men, first of all. It's not always football with us. It's not always about, what we can do on the field together as far as, stopping the offense on third down or just winning as a team collectively. But we want to, grow closer as men and just as brothers. And we just see each other. We just see ourselves being in each other's lives for so long. It's not just for me personally, I don't see those guys in my life for just, this short span of just football. I want to see them, for years to come from the transition away from football. So it's just something that I want to appreciate now as a ball player and as a human being.
And a guy you've spent a number of seasons in this locker room with, your fellow Georgia native, Grover Stewart. I talked to him last week on the sidelines at Detroit, and he was manifesting some big goals for the 2021 season. He said Pro Bowl. He put it out there. That's what he wants to achieve this year. We know that this defense has already put out the goal of 40-plus takeaways individually for you. What are those things you want to accomplish this season?
Honestly, I like to hold, my individual just aspect to myself. That's something that I hold with me and God. I mean, I could say that I want 6 picks this season, but it's something that I want to push myself to do and I don't know, that's just where my self-motivation comes from, you know, my faith and how I carry it within myself. So I don't like to speak on like my individual of what I want to do. I just want to win for myself and as this team collectively. But as far as like individual stats, I just want to go out there and play the best of my ability, and whatever play comes to me, I want to make that play. So my point of attack, I expect my point of attack to be very high whenever the ball comes to me.
I know there are very high expectations for this team, for this group. What do you think fans should be most excited about when they pack themselves in to Lucas Oil Stadium for Week 1 and then this entire regular season?
I feel like they missed out so much on a team that went 11-5 last year. So I think from a player's perspective, I'm more so excited to see the fans. I know they're excited to see a Colts football team go win it and take advantage of every home game that we have here and adding another home game in Lucas Oil. But I just want the fans to know that, you know, the players are excited to see the fans. And, you know, whenever we have those not even key moments in the game, we want Lucas Oil to be jumping at all times. This is not a place that we should be sitting down and, you know, enjoying drinks and just enjoying the atmosphere and venue, because we do have a very good venue in Lucas Oil, but we gotta take advantage of the opportunity, and that opportunity is including the fans, and we want the fans to be right there with us each step of the way, whether it's on the road or at home. We want to take advantage of each first down, second down, third down that the defense is on the field. We want you to be loud. If we're gonna have 11 guys on the field, we need the fans to be right there with us. So I know that's a handful, but I don't know, that it just really pumps me up when we start talking about the fans, and like we got to get going for home games. So whatever it is, the music, the fans screaming, I don't know. I like a rowdy place, so that's how I like it.
Let's do it. You heard it right here. Let's be rowdy. Let's bring the juice. Let's wear the 23 jerseys when you're out there in the crowd. Kenny, thank you so much. Enjoy your weekend that you have before we get rolling next week.
Thank you. Appreciate it.